Hi, I'm Harry Rhodes, Executive Director of Growing Home. Growing Home is a nonprofit social enterprise that operates 3 certified organic farms in and around Chicago. And we use those farms as a tool to provide job training, transitional job program for hard-to-employ Chicagoans. And it's great to go after Tiffany and Eden Place because we were fortunate this year to share the Mumford Awards from the Architects and Planners for Social Responsibility with Eden Place. When I think back at 2009, I start thinking first, boy, that was a hard year with the recession, financial challenges, really hard to find work for the people that we were training. And then I think, but we still accomplished a lot. We harvested about 35,000 pounds of certified organic produce that we delivered here and Chicagoans benefited directly from. We made it through the year without laying off any of our staff, which is a big accomplishment these days. And we provided training for 25 Chicagoans, many of whom had been homeless, many of whom had been incarcerated. People worked, received money for salary from us for 6 months. They worked and trained, received education, and we helped them go on to the next stage in their lives. So despite the many challenges of 2009, we also accomplished a lot. One of the biggest accomplishments we had this year was our new Wood Street urban farm in the heart of Englewood on the south side. We completed our Wood Street Urban Farm and Training Center. This was in the middle of July, and Mayor Daley came and visited us, did an event in July. And then in August, we had over 100 people come to the farm to show their support, to show their interest in the work that we're doing. It was a long time coming till we actually got this going, but this is a certified organic, permanent year-round farm, like I said, right in the heart of Englewood. We also have been very involved in AUA, in Advocates for Urban Agriculture. I've been involved in it since about 2002 when it just got started, and we've seen the last year or two a change, a real change, in that people are interested, people are coming. We have member meetings. You're all welcome to look at the Google groups for AUA, for Advocates for Urban Agriculture, and become involved. We have over 200 people who are involved. Individuals, organizations, for-profits who are interested in getting involved in urban farming, and it seems like there was a real change in the past 2 years, I'd say, that urban agriculture and people are realizing, related to what everyone else is saying, climate change and the environment, we also have to grow food locally. So that's one of the exciting things that I've seen has been happening in Chicago. I'm real pleased to see that finally change is coming. One thing, one of my people I really respect is Frances Moore LePay. She wrote Diet for a Small Planet. Her latest book is Liberation Ecology. And when I was thinking about what I would say today in the state of sustainable Chicago, she recognizes it in this book. I'll just read a short little part from the book. We may not be able to turn the city into a Garden of Eden, which was, it's useful to note, organic, with a wild diversity of plant life. But urban dwellers are discovering ingenious ways to meet their inborn need to connect with nature. Few would have guessed Chicago would take the lead. So people are seeing that Chicago really is taking the lead in this whole movement, and that's real exciting. And I'm very excited that Frances has agreed to be our speaker at our annual benefit, which will be June 3rd, and come hear more of what Frances has to say. Other things, when I look to 2010, I see a lot of expanded opportunities, both in the field of urban agriculture and transitional jobs. People are recognizing, I think in Chicago, about 40,000 people are released from prison every year, and most have no place to go. People are just released to the streets. Most of the people we work with are formerly incarcerated people, and the mayor and others have started a lot of reentry programs. This year we'll be receiving support also from the Illinois Department of Corrections people realize we need to help these people and we need to help them find work. In the urban ag field, there's been a lot of talk about urban agriculture districts, not just having a farm here and there, but having organized plans where we will turn, in developing communities, we will think about growing food and how we can grow food and get food to people locally grown. One of those districts is right in Englewood. Englewood has a quality of life plan that calls for an urban agriculture and business district. In the vision for that district, there will be urban farms. There will be a series of urban farms, some like we have, some associated with schools. And we'll figure out ways to get that produce to people through produce markets. Many of you have heard the term food desert, describing communities like Englewood. There's one major grocery store for 70,000 people in Englewood. The situation there, people just don't have any options for getting food. The idea of the urban agriculture district is to change that, to grow food locally, to sell food locally, to develop produce in local markets, and to develop gardening centers, bakeries, anything to do with food and to do with jobs, to bring about some change in these communities that need it so much. The speakers before me also talked about the change in the government, and the ERA stimulus money is finally making it to a lot of these programs. Through the Department of Environment, 11 different organizations in Chicago are going to be receiving stimulus money for green community jobs that'll employ tens, even hundreds of people over the next 2 years. And we're fortunate enough to be one of those organizations that's going to be getting that funding. And it seems like the change that we've been looking forward to is finally coming. People realize that we need to look at things differently. And it's very excited to see this movement and to see the change that we've all been waiting for. How can people get involved? Go to our website, growinghominc.org. Like others said, there's volunteer opportunities, donation opportunities. Right now we're purchasing seeds. Costs us about $2,000 to purchase seeds, so every $5 or $10 helps us be able to purchase those seeds. We also have a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. We have, last year we had over 100 members in our CSA. On the table over there, there's forms to sign up for our CSA. You can be a member. You can also donate a CSA to a needy family in Chicago. Another really key thing, I know many of you come from green businesses or involved in business. We need businesses who are interested in hiring our graduates. We provide a good training program. We prepare people for employment, and then it's hard for them to find jobs, especially people who have been incarcerated. So if you are involved in a business that would be interested in hiring people, please talk to me, or if you know others, please pass around the word that we're looking for those direct relationships with businesses. Like I said, AUA, Advocates for Urban Agriculture, we have a member meeting coming up February 3rd. It's going to be at Garfield Park Conservatory. It's open to anyone interested. It's another way to meet more people who are interested in this whole movement of growing food locally, growing food in Chicago. And finally, I would say grow food yourselves in your backyard, in containers, wherever you can. Grow food and buy organic food. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks so much, Eric.